Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Shadowrun Dragonfall. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today in the 24th level of the... It's a building. We're in a building, we're looking for the Mark 6 operation thingy, and we can type in some things, like for example, MKVI, and it says to ask, it asks for a code. But we have other things. Project data for Atlas, actually. So that doesn't work. I have a screenshot of the open in a different screen. I have a screenshot. There it is. Ah, dang it. Yeah, we're gonna need these codes, aren't we? Well, but we know it's Atlas. We need a chemical formula for a new drug. Let's look for chemical. Maybe only formula would be. Maybe both. No. Yeah, just formula, because we don't know what the, excuse me, what the drug is, as far as I know. So, maybe new drug? Did I type in drug last episode, or drugs? Yeah, nothing there. Yeah, unfortunate. But I have the information on the second screen, so it's, yeah, I was hoping that it would get us anywhere, but it didn't. It's fine. Hopefully it is fine. Building maintenance, we've been in here before. We have... what? We haven't been here before? Apparently not. We have. Yeah. I remember. And that's the computer where we got the info. No, it is not. That is the computer that we got the info in. Okay. Door console. This door is closed and locked. Off to one side sits a numeric keypad. And we've been here. Unfortunately, I don't have the tools at my disposal. Senior Executive Leonard things. Okay, let's go elsewhere. Because it's pretty obvious I can't go there. We have people. Should I go there right now? I probably shouldn't. Let's see what this is. Security room. Yes, I probably shouldn't go there. Although I kind of am itching to do it. Very few people. Why did you do it like that? Why didn't you go around? Nah. Edie just really wanted to go this way. And then we have the elevator that we came in through. No, it is not. It's a different one. Authorization required for access to executive elevator. It's a lot of spellcasting ability to get into the machines and whatnot. I probably can just force the machines open or force some doors open. Or try to anyway. And then there's this. I don't know what's up with my voice, I'm sorry. It did a thing just then. So there's that room over there that I might not want to go into. There's a locked door over here that I can't get into at the moment. There's another locked door over here that I can't interact with, as far as I can tell. What is it? Laboratory entrance. Warning, toxic gas detected. What is this? Laboratory observation. Yeah? I'm observing the laboratory. A warning light strobes out from the console at your approach. Large white letters shriek out against a red background. Warning! Toxic contaminant detected. COCl... Oh, that's carbon oxide chlorine 2. Phosphine gas, apparently it's what that is. Hazardous material override engaged. Laboratory entrances locked down. Input command. I can disengage the lockdown. I can purge the laboratory air. Warning, this action will result in the venting of contaminants to exterior atmosphere. Level 5 authorization required. I could do that, but maybe I don't want that. Introduce gaseous agent to laboratory atmosphere. Let's access the substance library. Connection failed. Network access unavailable. Use direct terminal access in the data store. So I'm not really sure what any of these mean. because the problem is disengage lockdown. What does that mean? Toxic contaminant detected. Cannot disengage lockdown while contaminants... Yeah. So, what if I introduce gaseous agent to the laboratory? Please input agent to introduce. Oh. Okay. So, this is a puzzle. We need to go to the data store. Walk away. It's clearly a puzzle. So, I need to introduce something that will neutralize the chlorine thing, the phosphite something. It didn't look like a phosphite or phosphine. I don't know. CL stands for potentially other things. I don't know. What? No. No, I don't want to be back here. What the heck? I didn't save upstairs. I probably should have. Okay. So... Oh, right. Right. That's what this is. Search the archive. Yeah, COCl2. Dang it, there we go. COCl2, commonly known as phosphine gas. Yeah. Is that the thing? No, it's not phosphine gas. That's phosgene gas, a highly toxic, colorless gas that gained infamy for its use as a chemical weapon during the First World War. Yeah, I thought that was phosphine. Actually, I was gonna say that it is the thing that's used for, it's white, it's white powder, it's white phosphor, but maybe it isn't? Anyway, it is also valued as an industrial reagent and as a building block from which pharmaceuticals and other organic compounds can be synthesized. In low concentrations, its odor is reminiscent of freshly cut grass. The odor detection threshold for phosgene is 0.4 parts per million. I believe that's what it stands for, 4 times its threshold limit value. Phosgene-related deaths are generally caused by the interaction of the gas and the proteins of the pulmonary alveoli. Alveoli, maybe, in English? Because I think English just adds I's at the end when it's an I. The end result of this interaction is the destruction of the blood-air barrier, preventing the transmission of oxygen to the blood. Death by suffocation inevitably follows. It is highly recommended that any employee working in or around this gas wear a detector badge. The suitable supply of, and I probably should write that down because I'm not going to remember that as easily, that is nitrogen, carbon oxide 3. The 3 is the OT. It's not carbon oxide. I'm not actually sure how I would say this. It says over there. It's bicarbonate. Really? With a 3? Sodium bicarbonate for liquid phosgene. Oh, and also I need the NH3, which is ammonia for gaseous phosgene. For liquid, yeah, because it's just NH3. That's part of the puzzle because it's gas. Must be kept on hand to neutralize spills and leakages. Let's actually look up NH3 and see if it doesn't have any counter indications and things like maybe not breathe that. I don't know, because ammonia can be poisonous, or I mean, it's not poisonous, but it can suffocate you. It's dangerous. A lot of gases can suffocate you if they're heavier than oxygen, basically. So I introduce a gaseous whatever agent to this. Introducing ammonia gas to laboratory atmosphere. Search your memory for any information about... Yeah, okay, so that's just a way to bypass that. Can I do this? Purge laboratory air? This action will result in Yeah. I don't trust this. Let's, because I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it tells me. Or maybe it does when I access again. Contaminant neutralized. Atmosphere normal. So I can purge the laboratory air, which I will do. Yeah, maybe that's another way of dealing with that instead of doing what we did. No contaminants detected. Disengaging lockdown. Perfect. Now, what have we unlocked with this? Apart from all the loot that is in there. No enemies, as far as I can tell. And anybody that lived over here is now dead. There's a body. Oh, there it is. The scientist lays dead beside a small pile of smashed glass, and a number of beakers have been knocked over on the nearby table, I believe. And there's a terminal over there. Let's not look at it right now. That is a it's just jazz. Send it to the stash. I think there might have been more than one jazz in there, and that's why, because I have one in my inventory. In advanced med kits and stuff like that. Send it to the stash as well. And a note, hopefully giving us passcodes and whatnot. On the counter is a note, carefully transcribed in neat handwriting. The paper bears the letterhead of Senior Executive Leonard Stromberg. Good. It reads, I'm still waiting for that report. When I said ASAP, I meant I needed it yesterday. Well, I should have said it already then, because, you know, that's fake. Stay until you've completed the tests, then leave the report on my desk. The door code is... Well, I'm not going to need the gas anymore. It's 54139. I'm also not going to need that because the game remembers it, but anyway, just in case it doesn't, because it didn't remember some parts of the mission that we had to do today. But anyway, do this tonight. I'll expect to see it waiting for me when I arrive tomorrow from Stromberg. We did get a code. Well, that's good. I like accessing the computer sideways. This computer is powered on, but in sleep mode. When the screen comes to life, you find a half-written text file on the screen. The timestamp on the most recent edit tells you that it was written just a few minutes ago. I didn't sleep last night. Doesn't look like I'm going to sleep tonight either. The last test batch failed. My fault. I got the mixture wrong. Sloppy work, Jensen. I can barely keep my eyes open. Gotta try again, though. No excuses in this office. I despise relying on stimulants, but I've got no choice. Gotta keep going. Progress marches on. Starting a new batch. If Haushofer, maybe Haushofer? If Haushofer's pet isn't ready to be tested tomorrow, well, best not to think about that. Gotta concentrate, remember lab safety, keep alert, keep awake. One wrong move could spell disaster, and the T's continue. Glancing at the menu, it looks like there are log entries reaching back for 2 weeks. All the entries are attributed to the same author, and none of them appear to be password protected, which is great, and we're going to learn about how pushing your employers to this extreme will result in their death, basically. If not by poisonous gas, at least by stress, or other things that are terrible. Let's read the entry dated 2 weeks ago. The new formula arrived today. Formula 17. This is important. This is what we're looking for. I swear, whoever names these things must have no imagination at all. Formula 17, honestly. Still, I can't wait to start working with it. From what I've read, early clinical trials were promising in the extreme. Amazingly potent, this stuff. An increased potency means less frequent injections. At a lower dosage, there's nothing not to like. Despite my enthusiasm, there's still much to be done. Speeding up absorption rates is first on the list, and I have some concerns regarding the subject's immune reactions. Perhaps the formula could be tailored on a patient-by-patient basis. What about last week? Tailoring doses to individual patients has worked wonders. The key was taking a gene therapy-based approach. They've been using it in medicine for ages, so why not apply the same logic here? So in a nutshell, I've used the subject's own data to delude their immune systems into believing that Formula 17 belongs in their bodies. Simple and effective. This approach has helped to increase the formula's absorption rate, as well as significantly reducing incidences of rejection. Unfortunately, it also rules out an easily mass-produced product, but I'm convinced that the results will justify the additional costs. Yesterday, a week. He waits an entire week before telling me that tailoring the mixture is a, quote, unacceptable solution, unquote. And then he tells me that the trials are to begin tomorrow. I have no time, and Giesbrecht's somebody's applying so much pressure that I can barely think, bastard. Haushofer is probably threatening him. All of them can rot. Maybe not that Haushofer's... Maybe now that Haushofer's playing Heat the Sheets with the other person's secretary, he'll learn to lighten up. We can only hope. Anyway, I have some new ideas to move forward with the formula. Admittedly, they are far-fetched, possibly even dangerous, but if I don't start producing some results, I get the feeling that it won't be my problem for much longer. Wish me luck, journal. It's science time with capital S. And now we can reread the last entry, and we know what exactly happened. Yeah. Only one person died, though. Did I get anything from there? Apart from Formula 17? That might be the key? I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Search. I clicked. You heard it. Formula 17. You heard it do the thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, dang it. Authorization code. I don't have any. I don't think. I do have some codes. Oh, it works. Authorization accepted. Welcome, Herr Stromberg. A complex chemical formula displays on screen along with a series of notes. Formula 17 appears to be a drug designed to suppress higher brain functions, specifically those functions related to emotional responses and decision-making skills. From what you can tell, the overall purpose of the drug is to render a subject submissive and pliant. The notes go on to suggest that Formula 17 was developed as a component of a larger project called Atlas. There it is. That's what I was looking for. That is the project data specifically, so we can look for Atlas next. Apparently, Project Atlas has something to do with cybernetic augmentation. Formula 17 was developed to help reduce the incidence of rejection in Project Atlas's test results. Recent trials of the formula have been extremely encouraging. While initially a serious concern, fatalities have recently dropped off to a statistically insignificant level. The document is accompanied by a fairly extensive record of testing performed on metahuman subjects, along with death records over the course of the project. The Schockwellenreiter will be interested in all of this information according to their charter. Sharing this information with the world would be a top priority. That sounds like my kind of work, honestly. I'm looking at my other screen here. So we need the project data, we need the chemical formula, and we need the visual records of the MK6, so the Mark 6. So, sounds like a good deal, because we are probably going to be able to get the data from here as well. In the wrong hands, however, this formula could cause immense harm. Yes, it could. Let's copy the chemical formula for the Schockwellenreiter. The Schockwellenreiter will be interested in all of this information according to their charter. Sharing this information with the world would be a top priority. And I read that already. Why did you give me the same... Why? Why'd you do this to me, game? Don't do this. Let's do the other thing then. Mark 6. And we have a code. 54139. And there it is. We got it in. Mark 6 prototype data stored under Project Atlas heading. Redirecting inquiry to Project Atlas. Volumes of information begin to flit across the screen. A good half of what you're seeing has been redacted, and the rest is written in impossibly dense corpse speak. Let's access the visual record first. VP level authorization required. Do you wish to proceed? Sure. Well, is it not the same? It is. Executive authorization insufficient. It is not. Dang it. Okay. Well, I suppose I'm gonna download the project data to your PDA for the Schockwellenreiter. You copy the information on the screen, and I can still come back and access the data. That's pretty good, actually. I think Atlas is gonna be the same thing. But that's pretty good because that means that we can come back and, yeah, and do this. Once we have that code, which we might never have. I'm not sure. But now we have also, you know, things that can open these data pads and whatnot. So, you know, for all we know, we're gonna find stuff in here. Okay, door code is right there. Cannot save while in action. I probably should have paid attention to that. And I swear, you can hear me click on that. Come on. Door unlocked. Yes, please. And the game saved. Okay, this looks promising. A stack of business cards on this desk reveals that it belongs to one Annika Schroeder. A cursory search reveals that the desk's drawers are stuffed full of lewd love notes, all hastily written on scraps of office stationery. I'm gonna rummage through the notes. Exploring Anika's desk is like embarking on an odyssey of filth. 30 seconds in, you have already learned 3 new euphemisms for sex in a storage closet, as well as exciting new definitions for a variety of common office terms. Thankfully, your search also turns up something of more immediate value. A scrap of paper with a name and a 5-digit code scrambled on it. 84, and I'm gonna write that down as well because it's just easier because it's a 5-letter code, it's not, or it's a 5-number, or whatever, digit code, that's the word. There it is. That's for Haushofer. I want to test it out over here. I don't think it is the same, but it could be. Because isn't it? Who am I? Who's this code for? Let's see. Atlas. Capital letters are not necessary. Good, good. Okay, so 54139 is for whom? Stromberg. Right. I get the names mixed up because it's all German and I can't. I'm sorry. Welcome, Herr Haushofer. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember where we heard about that in the. This is the boss. This is Bossman. There are too many records here to sort through quickly. The quick scan reveals the following details: recordings of laboratory That's one way of writing that. Laboratory experiments on meta-humans. Images of an extensive series of cyber surgeries being performed upon a large troll. Recordings of that same troll carving his way through opponents with a massive axe. And gun cam footage from what appears to be a vehicle-mounted chain gun. The weapon has been photographed tearing apart a variety of targets, both artificial and organic. And we're going to copy that as well. You copy the records onto your PDA, the computer returns you to the menu screen. I mean, we must. No, we didn't. That's, yeah. Since the game introduced the subject, you know, I had to do that search. And we weren't given the precise euphemisms for sex in a closet, but I would have searched for those as well if we had been. Nobody's over here. That is good news. For them, mind you. On the desk is a file folder labeled Project Atlas. The folder is empty except for a single note, moved to digital archive and locked under executive authorization. Well, I guess I have it already. And I can open it again if I want to, which is completely needless. Okay, so I can now access the elevator, right? I also want to see what happens if I go in here. I expect to have to fight them, but I don't want to fight them. So I won't. But as you can see, I just saved. Yeah, they immediately fight. I figured. And the reason why I don't want to fight them is because I suspect we're actually going to have to fight them later on. And I also suspect that we don't really need to it might change the... It very well might change the mission. It's like such an obvious option that it's probably going to be... I mean, I could see it being a situation where our employer just goes, aha, you did it silently, good job. Not that, you know, sort of hidden objectives aren't a thing, but still. What do we have? Enter the passcode. And we have the passcode for the big boss person. There we go. Access granted. You are about to leave this floor. Yes. I'm not sure if we missed something, but that's my decision, not to fight those. And anyway, the elevator whisks you upward toward the executive level 25th floor. As expected, the run has been relatively smooth sailing so far. A chime breaks the silence as the elevator glides to a stop. The Mark 6 is somewhere on this floor. All that you have to do is find it. And most likely I can also see the fighting as being an alternative way of doing what we did. Just go in there, kill those fools, and get the passwords. Because, you know... Ooh, the emergency lights wink out, leaving you in darkness. It looked like the opposite, actually. A moment later, the building lights flip on, cranked all the way up to full illumination. The light is uncomfortably bright. A quick check of your comlink shows that your security feed has been terminated. Instead of a command view of the 24th floor, you find yourself staring at a blank screen. Well, that can't be good, says Dietrich. It cannot. There's nobody over here, and we have, it's a good thing, well, we have something for Dietrich to summon, if I remember exactly how that works. Why the locked doors? That's our objective, all right, but... Oh, there it is. That's a tank! That's basically a tank. The door slides open with a pneumatic hiss. An enormous figure fills your vision. It stands motionless, apart from the idle animation, by a console in the corner of the room. Right! Ain't that a cutie? Almost every inch of the thing is covered in dull steel and gleaming chrome. Its mechanical arms end in articulated hands that wouldn't look out of place on an industrial machine. Bulky, cumbersome things designed for crushing power rather than finesse. Clutched in one of those crushing hands, a chain gun glints with sinister purpose. That shouldn't be possible, says Glory. Nothing can be implanted with that much chrome and live. Yeah, Dietrich shakes his head. Yeah, this isn't right. Stay cool, guys, says Blitz. It isn't moving. I think that it's, I don't know, on standby or something. The lights are on, but nobody's home. The figure stands completely still, but its eyeless head fidgets in agitation. Something about it reminds you of a snake tasting the air. Off to one side, the screen of a control console glows cheerfully in the gloom. What do you mean in the gloom? Shouldn't it be in the dark? Or maybe the gloom of the lights. Yeah, because it's not, it's the opposite of dark. It's the super bright. Okay, so that thing is a... that's a thing. You can see quite a lot of detail, actually. If I had this game running on more than 1080p, and of course if I were recording it on more than 1080p, you might have been able to tell even more details. There's a lot of aliasing going on. So I think these models are supposed to be... like, even seen at close range or something? I'm not sure. Mark 6 Cyber Zombie. Oh no, this is the Mark 6. I didn't expect that. Cyber Zombie prototype control console. Activate the console. The Mark 6 prototype is the exclusive property of AG Chemi Europa. Unauthorized access is prohibited. To put the prototype into demonstration mode, you may activate its systems from the following menu. Alternatively, the system can be directly piloted via a remote rig. Press any key to continue. Blitz's eyes go wide. Chief, did you just read that? I am going to drive the hell out of this thing, he says. Over my dead body. You know what? Be my guest. Just let me look over the console first. Okay, sure. Yeah. Due diligence and all that. Just, like, don't take too long, okay? It's a golden opportunity. I don't want to waste it. He steps back, allowing you to return your attention to the control console. Input command. So, let's have Glory examine the Cyber Zombie's augmentations. Glory nods and steps forward. As she stands next to the Cyber Zombie, you can't help but notice how much chrome riddles her own body. Stop looking at her body. What? Eddie? Not Eddie. Edie. That's different names. Just don't be... Stop. Anyway, the cyberware is high grade. Oh no, this is Glory talking. I'm not talking about her own cyberware, because we talked about it already. The cyberware is high grade, she says. Quality stuff, but not mil-spec. The arms look industrial in design. Interesting choice, but there's nothing wrong with it. The control system looks interesting, like a drone control interface, but it's wired into the base of the skull. From the positioning, I'd say that it's connected directly to the thing's brainstem. Glory takes a closer look at the Cyber Zombie's control module. A moment later, she takes a sudden half-step back. She turns to look at you, a disgusted look on her face. Edie, listen to me. We have to kill this thing. Well, this thing is our payday, Glory. Explain yourself. This troll? It's still conscious. He's still conscious. They've outfitted him with an inhibitor chip. He's trapped in his own body, screaming to get out. This isn't just a prototype, Edie. It's a person. We can't just cash him in for a paycheck. Can you do anything about it? Like, help him in some way? She takes another look at the control module, scowling. No promises, but I can try. Do it. Not here. Let's get him down to the garage first. I want to have the van close by in case anything goes wrong. In the meantime, we're gonna have to activate him. And she falls back to her regular position in the group. Just remember, Edie, that's a man you're giving orders to, not a machine. Input command. Well, let's access the system's README file then. Mark 6 prototype demonstration model. This Mark 6 prototype incorporates top-of-the-line cyberware from all AG Chemi Europa subsidiaries, including the Zeiss Dead-Sight laser designator, BUT Heavy Industries, Powerlift Industrial Cyberarms, and the brand new Zeiss Sense Shell Cyberskull. Where necessary, competitors' products have been incorporated into the platform. Ares dermal plating, Universal Omnitech move-by-wire, etc. These systems should be considered placeholders for this proof-of-concept prototype. The biological component of the Mark 6 was selected for size and durability by General Genetics Worldwide. All autonomous functions necessary to maintain the biological component are original to the component itself and should self-regulate within operational limits. As a proof-of-concept demonstration model, the Mark 6 was designed by remote operation, or for remote operation. A Zeiss eye-in-the-sky drone control system has been incorporated into the Mark 6's Cyberskull. Comlink control is also possible for casual control, but for product demonstration purposes, use of the drone control system is advised. Armaments. The Mark 6 prototype comes equipped with an Ares Vanquisher vehicular rotary cannon to demonstrate the Mark 6's actuated strength and recoil suppression capabilities. The model is also equipped with a Global Polymers monofilament axe for demonstration purposes. This weapon has been designed with a heft well beyond the lifting capacity of any unaugmented metahuman. The Mark 6, of course, can swing it with ease. Long-term goals. In demonstrating the Mark 6's combat capabilities, it is this office's hope that AG Chemi Europa's newly developed Formula 17 Cybermantic... Oh, that's what it's... Cybermantic reagent, that's what it is called, will prove its value to the board of directors, both as an astonishing technical achievement and as a lucrative new revenue stream for the company. Albrecht Halshofer, Senior VP, Berlin Facility. So I can slave the cyber zombie to your comlink and activate it, or I can let Blitz rig into the cyber zombie, which I'm not going to do. Do I have a comlink? Oh, this is the choice, isn't it? Like it says, because it's probably not going to be as useful in my comlink. I'm not going to be able to control it like a drone, basically. Let's slave the cyber zombie to my comlink. You hit the activation control and the cyber zombie lurches to life. It takes a step forward, and you can hear the whir of actuators calibrating to adjust to its weight. A few seconds later, the whirring sound dies down. It relaxes into a slight crouch. Activation complete. Follow and protect protocol engaged. Awaiting further instructions. Well, I'm not sure what those further instructions are going to be. But I do know where our objective lies. And I do know that we are out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Shadowrun Dragonfall. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.